That's right.
We call the meeting to order of the Berks County Board of Commissioners. I'm Commissioner Christian Leinbach. We're in person and also broadcasting via Microsoft Teams Town Hall and Berks Community Television. We'll begin with a moment of silence followed by a pledge to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. At this time, I'll recognize Veronica Lepore, my executive assistant, to read the public comment notice.
Good morning. Thank you. Public comment will be accepted in person and through the Q&A function. Please include your first name, last name, and municipality for all comments. Any comments without name and municipality will not be considered. Each citizen can submit one comment. Comment length is dictated by limitations of the platform being used, Teams, Q&A. In-person comments will be accepted first, followed by comments submitted virtually. The meeting comment period is limited to a total of 30 minutes, including both in-person and virtual comments. This time period may be extended at the discretion of the board. Please be concise. Comments that are germane to county business will be read during the meeting and should not be considered to be interactive dialogue with the commissioners. The county solicitor shall be the final arbiter of whether a comment is germane and should be read. Any commissioner response to public comment will be done at the discretion of the commissioners.
Thank you very much, Veronica. Are there any additions or corrections for the May 28th meeting minutes? Hearing none, the minutes will stand approved as presented. We had two executive sessions, one on May the 29th dealing with litigation and personnel, and another on June the 3rd dealing with personnel. Do we have any public comment on specific agenda items? Nothing in person and nothing online. Item 1, authorizing under that budget, adopt a resolution authorizing 2026 budget transfers in the amount of $52,000 and 2026 appropriations in the amount of $111,701,000 per listing date of May 29th of 2026. There's one item listed under purchasing, adopt a resolution authorizing a recommendation to award and further authorizing the Director of Contracts and Procurement to execute a one-year contract resulting from a request for proposal for employment, advancement, and retention network services for the Pennsylvania Career Link, Berks County, as follows. It goes to Educational Data Systems out of Dearborn, Michigan, a not to exceed amount of $1,050,000 for fiscal year July 1 of 26 through June 30th of 27. Several items listed under Human Resources. Item 1, authorize the appointment of Daniel Woodman to Law Clerk 1, Court Administration. Item 2, authorize the appointment of Tyler Novak to Assistant Public Defender 1 in the Public Defender's Office. Item 3, authorize the promotion of Casey O'Neill from Jury Clerk to Jury Program Supervisor in Court Administration. And item 4, authorize the promotion of Jasmine Baez from Support 4 to Office Manager in the Register of Wills Office. 3 items listed under the Commissioners. Item A, adopt a resolution authorizing Joe Rutterow, Controller, to execute a peer review agreement letter to Esther Coe, Audit General at Fairfax County Public Schools, to conduct the Association of Local Government Auditors standard peer review of the Berks County Controller's Office in accordance with the government auditing standards for the period January 1 of 23 through December 31st of 25. Item B, adopt a resolution authorizing a letter of support for Cumru Township's application for the Pennsylvania Department of Community and Economic Development multimodal transportation grant for the rehabilitation of the Popular Neck Bridge over the Schuylkill River. And item C, adopt a resolution authorizing a letter of support for Central Pennsylvania's Figure Skating Club grant application to the Sports Marketing and Tourism Account Program. CPFSC has been selected to host the 2027 U.S. Figure Skating Eastern Sectional Synchronized Skating Championship to be held January 20th through the 23rd of 27 at the Santander Arena in Reading, Pennsylvania. Item 2, a motion to authorize the execution of contract agreements and amendments as set forth in the contract agenda listing dated June the 1st of 26. There are a total of 21 contracts. There are 8 with the Area Agency on Aging. There's 1 with the Berks, 1 with Budget and Finance, 3 jointly with Children and Youth Services and Juvenile Probation, 2 with Facilities and Operations, 1 with the Berks County Library System, 1 with Parks and Rec, 1 with Human Resources, 1 with Information Systems, 1 with the Mailroom, and 1 with Recorder of Deeds. Item 3, a motion to authorize the execution of payments and electronic transfers for the week ending June 5th of 26. Item 4, a motion to authorize the execution of payments and electronic transfers for the week ending June 12th of 26, subject to final review and approval by the Chief Operations Officer or, in their absence, the Deputy Chief Operations Officer. Item 5, motion to authorize budget transfers and appropriations for the week ending June 12th of 2026, subject to final review and approval by the Chief Operations Officer or, in their absence, the Deputy Chief Operations Officer. And item 6, a motion to authorize the execution of employee payroll disbursements dated June 16th of 2026, subject to final review and approval by the Chief Operations Officer or, in their absence, the Deputy Chief Operations Officer.
Motion to approve the agenda as presented.
Second.
Motion has been made and seconded. Any comments? Just one note, items 4, 5, and 6 are due to the fact that there is no commissioners meeting next Thursday, June 11th. Hearing no other comments, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The motion is carried. We'll move now to reports of our treasurer and our controller, and we'll start, as always, with our treasurer, Mitch Darcourt. Mitch.
Thank you, Commissioner. Today, we have an opening balance of $328,740,923.67. We have a balance to clear of $5,880,487.57, leaving us with a balance of $322,860,436.10. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mitch. And we'll move now to our Berks County Controller, Joe Rutterow, with the Controller's Report. Joe.
Thank you, Chairman Leinbach. For the week ending June 5th, 2026, we have a total accounts payable of $6,298,439.15. We have an employee payroll of $5,636,038.52 for a total cash disbursement of $11,934,477.67. In addition, I just wanted to let the board know that Angela Franzen, our auditor in our department, has successfully passed her certified fraud examiner testing. And so she now holds that designation, which is part of the Yellow Book. It helps with our Yellow Book requirements, which is the letter that you authorized us signing for a peer review so that the county remains in a Yellow Book compliance status. But anyway, Angela studied very hard for that test. It's not an easy test. It's 4 parts to it. and she has successfully passed it, now holds that certification. So
Great.
Thank
Well,
you.
congratulations to Angela. That's
you.
great. Okay. Report of our Chief Operations Officer, Kevin Barnhart.
Thank you, Commissioner Linebacker. Our team has nothing to offer at the present time. Thank you.
Okay, that quickly we are to commissioners' comments, and we'll begin today with Commissioner Dante Santoni.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Just want to touch on a few things that I attended and upcoming events. Last week, I was up at the Reading Company Technical and Historical Society and looked and saw the Reading Reading Railroad Heritage Museum. They unveiled a new logo, and that was on Saturday, May the 30th. Some people from the Hamburg area, but I do encourage any Berks County, and if they get an opportunity to go up, there's a lot of history up at the Railroad Heritage Museum, and we appreciate all the great work that they do in keeping alive the memory of the Reading Railroad. Also attended the 150th anniversary of the Borough of Topton, representing the county. Was glad to be there with Senator Pennycook, who was there as well. The mayor was there, and it was quite an event. They had a ceremony at 2:00 at the Larry Hoke Memorial, and then they had events throughout the day up there in Topton. So congratulations to the Borough of Topton for their 150th anniversary last weekend. I know that others will probably mention this, so I'll allow them to talk more, but I was there at the chamber event yesterday morning to hear about the life and times of Jay Sidhu, who brought back Sovereign Bank from the brink of bankruptcy and made it a great corporation, multi-billion-dollar bank, and now started Customers Bank, and they're the number one bank in Berks County. So his words of wisdom were very well taken, and we appreciated Dr. Sidhu with his warm remarks and his knowledge. Couple upcoming things. Tomorrow, the commissioners and our executive assistants are going to be participating in the World War II parade from the airport down to downtown Reading, where there'll be activities downtown. And the World War II events will be starting tomorrow and Saturday. They'll start at 8:30 and they'll conclude at 10 p.m. And Sunday, June 7th, they will conclude with a start of 8:30 and a conclusion at 5 p.m. But it's a great event. We participated the last few years. I know that others have participated longer, but it's not just a Berks County event, but a national event, in some cases international. People come from all over the world to experience the World War II festival that's occurring at the airport. On Tuesday, Reading Phils, our mental health developmental disability group, and Pam Seaman will be having a Strikeout the Stigma game that we'll be participating in. It brings a focus on the need for mental health and the importance of asking for help with regards to that issue. So we'll be participating. That's Tuesday, June 9th at the Arfield Stadium starting at 6 p.m. June is Pride Month, so want to recognize the contributions of our LGBT community and the great work that they do. A lot of activities are occurring in June. I encourage people to go onto LGBT Center's website to find out what's going there. The city block parties are starting up. This Friday they start, June the 5th, 600 block of Penn Street. Vendors, food, drinks, lots of activity for the kids from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. So I encourage people to attend that. And my final comment is going to be, we had a tragedy that occurred this past week, actually last Friday, May 29th. Our law enforcement community, the Central Berks Regional Police Department lost a member. Officer Kristen Yeager was killed attending to a call, and sadly, she left behind a husband and 3 young children. So our prayers and condolences go along to Officer Yeager. There is an end of watch ceremony that's just announced. That's going to be next Tuesday, June the 9th, starting at 12 noon at Don Thomas Stadium, which is the Exeter Township Football Stadium, Exeter High School Football Stadium. So people are encouraged to attend that to give remembrance and honor to Officer Yeager and her family. And I just want to, because of the importance of what our law enforcement community, I know that we sometimes take them for granted. So I just want to recognize the great work that they do. When we go to work every day, we're going to come home and see our families, but that's not always the case. with our law enforcement community. So we want to recognize the sacrifices that they make, not just those that are in office, the men and women that serve, but their families. So we want to recognize that. And we have someone here at our table here that's part of that family, Jess Blauser, our chief clerk, whose father's a police officer and whose husband is a police officer. So we thank you and we thank all those in law enforcement that protect us each and every day. And Mr. Chairman, that's all that I have.
Thank you very much, Commissioner Santoni. I am going to share my screen. So a couple of items that I want to share. One, on Saturday, I took my daughter and grandkids on a hike on the Appalachian Trail. And all the years I've lived here, I've never been to the highest point in Berks County. And this is, if you park at the top of 183 and you walk west, just about 2 miles, you'll come to this point. It's just off the Appalachian Trail. It's 1,690 feet at that particular point. To put it in perspective, the Pinnacle, which is much more popular, there's no view here really to see. You're just at the highest point in Berks County. But I stood up on some rocks. I got it up to 1,705 feet. And that's a picture of myself, three of our 4 grandkids, and my daughter. Just thought I'd share that. It's not a difficult hike, so I'd encourage people to take advantage of that and experience it. We had a wonderful time. On Sunday evening, the Berks County Farm Bureau hosted the first ever field to table event in the middle of a soybean field at the, I think it was the highest point on the farm. We got a picture taken here, Commissioner Rivera and myself, with Representative Barton and Representative Weekneck. This is Bob Sadazan. He's 92 years old. This is his 1920 era thresher in complete working condition. I believe he told me he bought this Alice Chalmers in 1969. And I show this video for 2 reasons. One, to show that this guy's a pretty amazing guy. He connected all of this. He's in amazing health. But the system of pulleys to operate a lot of equipment, but ag equipment, really came about in the mid-19th century. With steam engines and so forth. And I asked him the question because I remember seeing tractors in the 70s, and he said up into the early 80s, you could still buy tractor with a pulley on the side because it was still equipment that ran by that means. It was pretty neat to see. And then here's a picture of Bob sitting on a piece of equipment at Jeremy Meck's farm. That's a drone. It's kind of a guy that has a foot in both centuries. Really pretty neat individual. And Jeremy Meck and his brother bought the farm from Bob Sadazan. Bob lives next to the farm. This is myself, my wife, Michael, and Zilke. I might mention that Jess Weekneck was there, along with a number of other people from the county. We had Kim Feast, our ag director. She was involved as one of the volunteers. Pam Mennett was both volunteering and enjoying the meal. Katie Ketchmark from Aging. I found out she and her husband signed up. Do you know this? Berks Bits. They saw the advertisement in Berks Bits and signed up, and we're glad they did. But the person that really made this happen was Sherry Furman. Sherry Furman's an amazing woman. She just retired from Tilden Elementary School as a teacher, but she's the founder and owner of Wild Tea. I don't know if anyone has had Wild Tea. It's carried in a lot of stores, a lot of restaurants. She was the brainchild and the visionary behind this. This is Jeremy Meck explaining what he does and the field operations and how he and his brother got into farming. This is a picture, actually, one direction. There were almost 100 people at a table. Just pretty wild. And that was a picture as the sun was going down. Then yesterday morning, I think all three commissioners, I know you were there, Veronica. Was Barbie there?
No.
But Lynn, so we were able to go to the GRCA event, hear Jay Sidhu speak. He has a relatively new book that he wrote called Never, Ever, Ever Give Up. That his wife came up with the name of the book because she told him that he never, ever, ever gives up. I've known Jay for 30 years. He's an amazing leader for all that he's accomplished and from where he started. I mean, he started in pretty much abject poverty. And in fact, on the back, there is a map of hitchhike he took as a 17-year-old with a friend all the way up to England from India. Just fascinating, humble, very straightforward in his thoughts, and he's done so many amazing things. I think all of us were inspired by the message that he had. World War II weekend, I'm not going to say too much about this, but if you're in the downtown area, and I know we have some employees that actually watch commissioners' meetings, at Fifth and Penn, there will be the first midday cafe for the city of Reading, and it'll be the World War II weekend. This is a photo from a prior event at Fifth and Penn for World War II weekend. I do believe all the commissioners and all the executive assistants, again, are going to be involved in going over in the morning to the parade and then riding over on a variety of World War II era vehicles. Friday night and Saturday night, they will have the big dance event at the hangar. I'll be speaking briefly both evenings, and in both cases, recognizing two different very important individuals when it comes to World War II weekend and the Mid-Atlantic Air Museum. I'm not going to talk about who they are at this point in time. And then I end on this note, continue to get the information out. Star Spangled Spectacular on July the 4th. You can get more information at starspangledberks.com. This is going to be a great event. It is free parking, the Berks County Fairgrounds, and free admission. There are food trucks. Gates open at noon. Program begins at 2 p.m. and will end with fireworks sometime around 10 p.m. Let me stop sharing. Couple of other items. I too want to recognize the tragic passing of Officer Kristen Yeager. We actually, as the airport, had a ribbon cutting scheduled the exact same time on Tuesday. That has been postponed. I am planning to go to the end of watch ceremony. These are tough, more so for the law enforcement community than anyone else, because it reminds them of what can happen. And we've had 2 accidents this year, motor vehicle accidents, that have ended the lives of first responders. This is definitely a tragedy. I offer my prayers and sympathy to the family and friends of Officer Yeager. I also want to recognize the passing of former Reading City Fire Chief William Rare. William Rare was the fire chief when I was first elected, and at the time Commissioner Kevin Barnhart, just a really decent human being. Shortly after retiring, he became very active in the Liberty Fire Company Museum. In fact, every time I went to the museum, he was there. And we were there recently, Veronica and I. What is exciting, in a certain way, we're going to be recognizing him again. The Liberty Fire Company is entering 2 of their antique fire trucks in the America 250 4th of July parade at Wyomissing. And that's part of Sycamore Stage. Elected officials I believe all 3 county commissioners are going to be involved in that parade. That will all be together. And I haven't had a chance to say anything to the people at the museum, but I think it'd be appropriate to recognize William Rare in some way with that parade, one of the fire engines, maybe draped in black. But William Rare was a real important part of the city fire department, but equally important to the Liberty Fire Company. And then Strike Out the Stigma on Tuesday night. I will be involved in that as well. That'll turn it over to Commissioner Michael Rivera.
Okay, thank you, Commissioner Linebaugh. I have my comments, those for those that were already touched by my colleagues. I won't spend much time on them, but I was also at the field to table dinner on Sunday. Beautiful event there. Congratulations to all of those who are involved. I guess the joke was, what do you do next year to up it one? They were thinking about it. They had some ideas, but we're waiting to see what will come next year from them, or maybe they'll do it every other year. But great event on Sunday evening, and the weather couldn't have been any more beautiful than what it was. So this past week, Commissioner Santoni and I had the opportunity, I believe it was Monday, to tour the Olivet Boys and Girls Club Mulberry Street renovation project, as well as the Powell renovation project. The Mulberry Street location for Olivet has been closed for 3 years. And Rick Perez, who's the executive director, was telling us how the community around there, the neighbors, are happy that they're working on it. I guess it had been left to sit there and basically abandoned for 3 years, and the issues that created in the neighborhood there. So the neighbors are really happy that that is being worked on. He said they'll be able to service about over 1,000 kids at that location. So it's a great opportunity to get the kids off of our street and into a safe location when they're done with school. Also, same thing with Powell, that has been closed for 2 years, and they're working on it. Both of them are looking to be open by late summer, early fall. So it's great to go and see what they're doing and the impact that they are having on their community. I also had the opportunity to go to the Greater Reading Chamber Lions breakfast and hear Jay Sidhu speak. A few points that he made that resounded with me is, one, about having a purpose in life. Something he said is to be able to get up every day and do what you want to do, what you love to do, no matter what. You have to have a purpose in life. You have to know why you are doing what you are doing day in and day out, and why you're going always that extra mile, why you're always never, ever, ever giving up. And the second thing he said that is very important to him, and we see this in the bank, it's not just talk that he does, but it's also shown through the bank is giving back to the community. If you look at what Customer Bank does for the community, the different events they hold for veterans and many, many other groups, he lives out what he talks. So Customers Bank does continually give back to the community, and that is thanks to Jay and his philosophy in life. So great breakfast and great information from Jay. Tomorrow morning is the Literacy Council Turning Dreams into Reality breakfast. I will be attending that. I think there's 3 events going on tomorrow morning. I believe Commissioner Santoni and Linebaugh are going to another breakfast, but I will be at the Turning Dreams into Reality Literacy Council breakfast. I'll also be part of the World War II parade. Tomorrow, we do have a special election board meeting at 12, and we'll be doing the write-in vote accumulation, the certification, and the certification of final results to send to the Department of State. Just want to let everyone know this week, earlier we had our audits. We had the 2% audit and the risk limiting audit as well. The RLA audit was statewide for the Democratic side for the lieutenant governor's race, and that comes from the state. That isn't something that we choose. That's something that the state pulls out at random. We did both, had 2 representatives from the Republican Party, 1 representative from the Democratic Party. At those, no issues whatsoever. Everything ran smoothly, and no differences with the counts. Also, this Saturday, I will be attending the Hispanic Cancer Society of Pennsylvania Gala fundraiser, which will be at the Abe Lincoln. Looking forward to supporting the work that they do to help more so women, but anyone that has breast cancer here in Berks County. I'll also be at the Strike Out the Stigma Night on Tuesday at the Fightin' Phils. And I also want to send my condolences to the Officer Yeager's family. It's never a good situation when you're in 3 small kids. Very difficult moment for them and for all of her family as well. So my condolences and prayers to the Yeager family. And also thank you to the law enforcement community that goes out day in, day out to make sure that we are safe, not knowing what could happen that day. And my last item is we have no election board meeting next week because Commissioner Linebaugh and I will be out in a CCAP board meeting. That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Any comments from our row officers?
I do not have any at this time.
I just wanted to congratulate all the high school graduates. This week's a big week for high school graduation, and especially my son, Michael, my youngest son, is graduating Fleetwood. So finally getting to close that chapter in our lives. But I wanted to just congratulate all the high school grads in Berks County.
Is he the final?
He is the last.
So you go in, going into an empty nest environment soon?
Soon, I think. He's headed, he's actually headed to Marywood University for a career. He was studying aviation.
Okay.
So he wants to become a pilot, and they have a really nice aviation program there.
I'm serious. Definitely having talked to Zach Tempesco.
Yeah.
Zach has a lot of experience and has helped others with aviation careers. And we have the Aviation Career Fair coming up in October, and the Aviation Council of Pennsylvania annual conference here in Reading and at the Reading Regional Airport in October.
Okay, great.
So,
Thank you.
great. Congratulations. Any public comment? There's nothing online, nothing in person. Again, one more reminder, no commissioners meeting, noted no elections meeting next Thursday, June 11th.
Motion to adjourn.
Second. Meeting stands adjourned.